All right, many Jacksonville homeowners have a crawl space beneath their house, just like I do. And if you have one, just like me, then Alpha Foundations is a great contact to make sure that your crawl space is safe, clean, and secured. So let's welcome Assistant Sales Manager Alex Turco back to the show. Good to see you, good sir.
Good to see you again.
And full disclosure, I'm an Alpha Foundations customer as well. So
That's
thank
right.
you guys for coming over to the house and making sure everything was very cool. For those who don't know what a crawl space is, tell us.
So a crawl space is the area beneath your home on the floor that you walk on, the floor framing system underneath. So it is typically, in pretty much every case, dirt, and then your floor framing system, and then the house that you live in.
Gotcha. Okay, so what should homeowners be aware of when they have a crawl space underneath their home?
So there's a lot of things that you can look out for, symptoms or signs in the home, whether that's musty smells, high humidity in the home, your AC feels like it's running quite a bit, and then of course any cracks in the foundation or the walls, something to look out for, bouncing, rattling furniture as you walk by, but bouncy floors, something to look out for too. Absolutely.
And one of the things that when your guy came out and he told me that, I found this to be a really, really cool fun fact, that there is a crazy amount of oxygen that comes up through that floor from your crawl space. So if your crawl space is really funky nasty, you're breathing really funky nasty stuff, right? So I was like, that's cool.
That's right.
I didn't realize
Some
that.
people don't think it's cool, and for the record, Christian did say you have a great crawl space, great house. So David's on the good list this year, but 50% of the air you breathe does come up through the crawl space.
That's wild.
Just through natural airflow. And what a lot of people don't realize is when these crawl space homes were built, the central AC in your home actually sucks that air from bottom to top.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. See, man, I love learning this kind of stuff. Okay, water is present in the crawl space. So how did that happen? And that's probably the really big no-no, right?
If you have water underneath your house, it's a pretty safe assumption that there is, of course, high humidity, but moisture issues that are long-term. It's not just something that happened because of one heavy rain. We have a high water table here, and most crawl spaces are below grade. So as you get water coming in through the vents or just through the soil or through the block itself, that water underneath the home can cause quite a bit of issues.
Okay, so back in my old real estate days, we used to talk about this a lot with people with crawl space encapsulation. This is pretty cool stuff, so tell folks what that means.
Yeah, so an encapsulation is the process that we do of completely sealing off the crawl space or encapsulating it to make it its own environment underneath. And then once we've sealed it off as airtight as possible, you need that dry air circulating from underneath because, like we said, that dry air will eventually make its way into the home, which helps with heating and cooling bills, as you can see here in these photos.
Yeah, we got some before and afters.
Yep, we will have that a completely brand new area where that air down there doesn't have mold spores, dust mite droppings, anything like that.
Yeah.
Because our air system or dehumidifier is tempering that air underneath.
That is cool. That is really cool. Okay, so I was told that if we have a really, really dry crawl space, right, we really shouldn't see much underneath there, right? Because if there's no moisture, then there's no really like elements for life.
Yeah, and the moisture concerns that most people have is the mold spores or anything like that that decays wood over time. In your case, with a very dry crawl space where you're not noticing those, we're able to determine that by taking moisture readings in the wood itself. So of course the humidity level and the wood itself, and then it's something to keep an eye on because things do change. You may insulate the attic or change your windows, and now the house changes the way it breathes, which changes the humidity level in the wood and crawl space.
Science!
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Alex, so if folks want to learn more or if they need to hire Alpha Foundations, where do we send them?
So you can go to alphafoundations.com and find everything you need there. As far as phone numbers, we are local here right in Orange Park, so we're happy to come out and take a look at it for you.
Right on, Alex. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Good to see you.